What's up, guys? Alvaro here, and welcome to the bilingual stock market channel again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and three stocks that as of now are on the very top of my personal watch list. And today the markets didn't do much. We had a sharp day without a lot of movement out there. The trading session unfolded within a very narrow range. With the indices, or at least the S&P 500, going up and down, but within a very narrow range. So other than the Russell 2000, which went up to the 0.34%, the other indices didn't do much. NASDAQ goes down 0.72%, Dow goes down 0.20%, and the S&P 500 went down 0.30%. And now, obviously, the $1 million question over here is, do we buy puts? Do we get calls? Are we going higher or lower? Let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P 500 in order to try to answer that question. So take a look at today's trading session. Up and down, but within a very narrow range, guys, between 3,925 points and 3,820 points. A very tough day in order to take day trades. So let me pull up here the 4-hour chart and take a look, guys, at how the bulls managed to close right at 3,900, which is an encouraging sign. Let's just put it that way, because we're talking about a fat number, but they couldn't close above the 50 SMA and the 4-hour chart at 3,916 points. So I'm thinking that if these choppy trading sessions keep on going throughout this week, watch out for a process of consolidation of the bulls slightly above 3,900. That might be a sign that they are gathering momentum in order to make another push higher and potentially being able to fill the next important gap. And I think that this is going to be put options territory up to 4,070 points. 4,070 points would be the lower line of this bull flag pattern that started to unfold back in late May and that was invalidated in early June. And after this bull flag pattern was invalidated, we saw a horrible drop of the S&P 500 of almost 12%. So I'm thinking that if this bear market rally keeps on going on, which might be the case because in minor time frames the bulls are looking decent, I think that 4,070 points could be the final destination of this rally. When it comes to the very first line of defense for the bulls, that is going to be 3,820 points. We are talking about the lower pivot of May, which held as support back on May 20th. So if the bears happen to be able to reconquer this lower pivot, they are going to be regaining steam once again, even though obviously we are on a clear downtrend below the moving averages. But the bulls are starting to show some signs of life. So some buyers have shown up, even though obviously from a major time frames perspective, the sellers are in absolute control of the S&P 500. But for the markets, in order to see another huge leg down, the bears need to take on 3,820 points. The RSI of the S&P is at 62 points, a bit elevated, nothing crazy. So I think that this rally still has gas on the tank. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the NDX, NASDAQ 100, the technology people. The NDX goes down today 0.81% and closes today's trading session right at 12,000 points. This seems to be a coincidence. And why? Well, because right at 12,000 points, we have the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So the fact that the bulls managed to close above a major time frame on the 4-hour chart is kind of encouraging. They are also making over here a lower high, which is also bullish. And I am quoting bullish because take a look at this horrible chart, obviously, and the trend is our friend until it's not. So in major time frames, the sellers, the bears are in absolute control of the S&P 500, clear downtrend below the moving averages. We have declining moving averages. So obviously, at some point, the most likely outcome for the NDX is going to be seeing another leg down, guys. Let's be honest. However, what happens if the bulls of the NDX can fill the next important gap up to 12,400 points? And as I just told you in the case of the S&P 500, when I told you guys about the lower line of the bull flag pattern that was invalidated in early June, watch out for 12,400 points, because in the case of the NDX, we're talking about the lower line of this bull flag pattern that got invalidated. And after this pattern was invalidated, we saw a massive drop of the NDX. So From a short perspective, from a or short position perspective, or from a put option perspective, I am going to be considering getting puts of triple Q near 12,400 points in terms of the main task that the bears need to carry out in the upcoming trading sessions in order to regain steam, even though obviously they are in total control of the NDX in major time frames. But in order to regain control of minor time frames, they need to take on 11,400 points. This area happens to be the lower pivot that held as support back in mid-May. The RSI of the NDX is at 61 points, so it is a bit elevated, nothing crazy. So the NDX could go either way. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Nike, which is posting earnings today. I haven't seen anything, guys, by the way. So Nike went down today during regular trading hours at 2.13% and closed today's trading session at $110.50. So let me pull up here the 1 day, 1 minute chart. And I am going to cross my fingers, guys, for TD Ameritrade to show me the information of Nike's report complete. So Nike is up after hours 0.56%. Nothing crazy. It is pretty much flat after hours. It went up a lot, up to $115, and now it is retracing down. Okay, so what happened over here? Let's see. So EPS came in at 90 cents, beating the estimate of 81 cents. So this was a nice beat over here. And sales came in at $12.20 billion, beating the estimate of $12.07 billion. So this was a beat top and bottom line. And do I have any guidance information over here quickly? Let me see, guys. So Nike announces board of directors has authorized a new 4-year, $18 billion program to repurchase shares of Class B common stock. So they are buying back their shares by 18 billion bucks. This is a lot of money, guys, in a 4-year time frame. And do I have any guidance related information over here? Let's see. Inventories driven by elevated in-transit inventories due to extended lead times for ongoing supply chain disruptions. So we have inventories that are piling up. Also in the case of Nike. What a surprise, huh? So Cathie Wood has been calling this out, guys, since a long time ago. But I don't have any guidance related information. They are buying back their share, 18 billion bucks in 4 years, so that's positive. So I need to take a deeper look at the commercial guidance of Nike. This is a horrible, but I mean horrible chart. Clear downtrend below almost all of the moving averages. Today, the bulls of Nike failed right at the 180 SMA at 114 bucks. However, the 50 SMA managed to hold that support right at $110. The RSI of Nike is at 53 points. Very healthy from a technical standpoint. Nike is an oversold, not overbought. So they did beat, guys, on EPS and revenue. So if tomorrow the markets happen to have a positive day, watch out for the bulls of Nike taking on this 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart and potentially being able to fill the next important gap up to 120 bucks. This is a previous support back from late April and also a previous support back from early March. Let me go ahead and take a look at the market structure of Nike. 2.6 out of 10. We have a rising supply and we have a fall in demand. So this is not a nice market structure for Nike. So I am going to be keeping a close watch on this 180 SMA if the markets happen to have a positive day tomorrow, because at the end of the day, this wasn't a bad report and Nike is half of the highs, guys. Let me take a look at this. So Nike is, as of now, let me see, 38% of the high. So the market's already discounted a lot of bad news over here. Robinhood markets, the talk of the town today. So Hood goes up today 14% on rumors that FTX wants to acquire this company, and the stock of this brokerage firm closed today's trading session at $9.12. But we got news just a few minutes ago, in which I think that this guy is the CEO of FTX, which is a crypto brokerage firm. So this guy is Sam Bankman says that there are no active conversations with Robinhood. However, he didn't deny the fact that they want to acquire Robinhood. So this guy says that there are no active conversations in order to acquire the company, but he didn't rule it out. He didn't say like, "Hey, we're not even planning on buying Robinhood." So I think that the stock of this company is going to be hot, guys, in the upcoming days. So Robinhood is trading as of now after hours at $8.59. Watch out for this 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart at $9 because with good volume and momentum, which would be the case in tomorrow's trading session, if the bulls can manage to take on this 180 SMA, they can maybe fill the next important gap up to the 100-day moving average at $11. $11 also happens to be a previous support back from mid-March and also back from late February. If we were able to take this trade from $9-ish up to $10.80 right at the 100-day moving average, this would be an 18% profit. Oh, man. Obviously, Robinhood is going to be on the very top of my personal watch list. The RSI on the 4-hour chart is at 67 points, a bit elevated. But if tomorrow momentum kicks in and FOMO also kicks in because of the rumors about a possible acquisition, um, for a possible acquisition of Robinhood by FTX, then this might be a possible trade. And mind you guys, if we happen to miss on the initial push to the upside, if the bulls happen to fail at the 100-day moving average at $11, this might be a spot in which we could be potentially able to grab put options. Let's go ahead and take a look at the market structure of Robinhood. Let me see what is going on over here. I haven't checked on this. And we have a market structure sentiment that is really low as of now, 1.8 out of 10. And we have a far greater supply of shares of Robinhood as of now in the market and far greater supply relative to the demand of shares. But we are seeing some buyers showing up over here, as you guys can see. This blue shaded, space in the chart is pretty much demand of shares of Hood, and it looks like some buyers are starting to show up. And the last stock of this video is going to be AMC Entertainment, which went on an absolute tear today, goes up 13.31% and closes today's trading session at $14.13. The RSI as of now is a bit elevated in the 4-hour chart, 70 points. However, you guys know how the story of AMC goes. When the stock of this company trades in good volume and momentum, you can scratch the RSI on any time frame. So the next important gap for AMC is going to be up to $16. $16 happens to be the 100-day moving average, which coincides with a previous resistance back from early May and also back from late May. So maybe the bulls of AMC could be potentially filling this gap up to the 100-day moving average tomorrow, in which case I am going to be keeping a close watch on $13.60. I would like to see, guys, a process of consolidation slightly above $13.60. This is a previous resistance back from early June and also back from late May. So if the bulls start to consolidate somewhere between $13.70, $14-ish, that might be a sign, guys, that they are gathering momentum. So if we are able to take a trade from $13.90-ish up to $15.70 or $16, get these, guys. This would be a 12% profit trade. And with AMC Entertainment, I am going to wrap up this video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember, and keep in mind, guys, that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting stock market update videos Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. So if you want to get all of the notifications of all of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. Follow us on Instagram as well, guys, at Bilingual Stock Market. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel, in which we talk about the markets, but we do it in 2 different languages, English and Spanish. So you can pick your preferred language, but most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow, once again, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes, along with my friend Mario. Bye.